So this video is a follow-up on the video that I did earlier on where I just completed part A before I had to go back into class again. So for this video I'm going to go through parts B and C. So the previous video would have seen me complete the perspective of the garden shed. And for part B then it tells us the door is then hinged open as shown in the pictorial view until it is parallel to the picture plane. On your perspective drawing, show the door in this position. So basically the door is going to open out. And when it opens out, we want to draw in the position when it's parallel to the picture plane. So, as I showed you already, I'm going to mark it again here. The door is in that position there. So it's a third of the whole width of the shed. And what we want to do is, it's hinged here. We want to open up that door until it's parallel with the picture plane. So what I need to do is, from where the hinge will be, I'll be taking a line across there. And then using my compass, I'm then going to take that distance there with the door and rotate it around. So the door has now went from that closed position to that open position. Like that there. And what I want to do now is replicate that in my perspective. So what I need to do first of all is, I need to join the point back to the spectator. So we join it back to our spectator there. And where it hits the picture plane, we're going to take it straight down. Now once again, we know that the ground line is parallel to our picture plane. So what we're going to do is, where that line goes down, we take our bottom and the top of our door straight across. So the top of the door is just there. Because they're facing straight on, they won't be joining back to the vanishing point. If we're looking straight at them, they're going to appear parallel with the ground then as a result. So that's what the door would look like in its open position. So the top and the bottom of the door going straight across, where it hits our spectator, sorry, our picture plane from our spectator goes straight down. So that's part B, fairly easy enough. Part C then, it tells you on your perspective drawing, show the roof window when it has been opened through an angle of 70 degrees. So for this part here, we're going to be using our 35-degree line that we had below here. So remember, we got our auxiliary vanishing point from part A. So the way we got it was our line from our spectator to our vanishing point. That's our ground line there. Or sorry, not our ground line. That's basically our ground going off to our horizon. So we're standing here looking off to our horizon, and we're looking off at 30 degrees. So we measure 35 degrees with our protractor. You can see I would have marked it off there, 35 degrees. And where that goes off to get our height, we always measure vertically up from the ground. So this line here, we want to go perpendicular to that to get our height. And our height is measured from our vanishing point here off the horizon. And that red line there, that's our 35 degrees. And that goes below our vanishing point there. So for the opening of the window, we can see that in the question, the window is opening and the hinge is along the roof there, along the ridge of it. So what we want to do is extend our 35-degree line, which is going out this angle and going out at this angle here. So they're going off into the distance there. And what we want to then do is take our point down in plan so that we can work out how far it's going. So you can see when it's open there, that point joins back to the spectator, and where it hits the picture plane, we take that down, and that gives us this point here in our opening. That line there disappears off to the right. So instead of having to take this point down again, I can just very simply join it to my vanishing point here, and that cuts across this line which came from our auxiliary vanishing point down here. So remember that distance once again was got from there. And that gives us the the window when it's open there. So the roof window. Last line I just need to put in then is the where it opens there. So what I just do is take that down, find it on this actual line here. So same point again. I'm taking this point down to my spectator where it is the picture plane. Cross over there. That line once again disappears off to the right. And join it there. And that gives me that line there. You can see they match up there then as well. And that then completes part C, which completes the question overall. So hopefully that video helps anyone who would have been stuck on parts B and C there.